Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're going to we'll think about how to put a profile together. So again, this is going to be tough to see the result of because we're not actually going to be able to authenticate users, I don't think, but we're going to go through the actions anyways. Right now we're just going to be setting up a view. So now that we can ensure the user accessing /profile is authenticated, we can use the information contained in rec.user on our page. Pass an object containing the property username and the value of rec.user.username as the second argument for the render method in the profile view. Then go to your profile.pug view and add the following line below the existing H1 at the same level of indentation, so H2. This creates an H2 element with the class center and an ID welcome containing the text welcome, followed by the username. Also, in profile.pug, add a link referring to the logout route, which will host the logic to authenticate a user. So and then href, the logout. This is pug formatting. If you haven't seen that before, same thing with this. So that's kind of interesting stuff, but it's nice that they give you exactly what you need to write there. Submit your page when you think you've got it right. If you're running into errors, you can check the projects here. So the first part of this is pass an object containing the property username and the value containing the property username and value of rec.user.username. Okay, so I'm just gonna squeeze this back here a bit, and we'll come back over to here. This is all happening when we do the ensure profile, and so I'm fairly certain that what we want to do here is add an object here, which we're going to say username, and we're going to set the key to username, and then the value will be to rec.user.username. So now if we are successful at ensuring authentication, which we're not able to do right now because ensure authenticated always fails, but if it were to succeed one day, then we would send them to the profile page, and in the views pug profile, we can use username as a variable. So now let's check that out. So view pug profile, views pug profile. Oh, and I also want to just make sure to save our server change. And then over here, you can see add your code below. They've even given that to you. Really, we just want to copy this. And if we look at this, what does this do? This creates an H2 element, and we add a center class to it with an ID of welcome. And then within there, we're going to have welcome, comma, and then we're going to be injecting the username into there. And it looks like they want us to add, this creates an H2 element with the class center and ID welcome containing the welcome followed by username. So we also want to do profile.pug and add a link referring to the logout. So this is going to create a link with a href of logout and then the text of logout. And we'll just enter that right below it. And so then we save this page. Cool. Now, the tricky thing about this is there's no way to really tell that this is going to work because we can't render the profile page without having the ensure authentication in there, which is annoying. I guess we could try to take this out and save it and then come over here and to our local server. And because NodeMon's refreshed, we might be able to go /profile, but my guess is it's just going to tell us it cannot get it. So yeah, let's leave the authentication in there. It's still not going to work. So that's kind of a tricky thing about this stuff is sometimes you're building things and you can't really ensure that you've got it working. So yeah, I'm just going to go back over here and we're going to go get status. I'm going to push up the code that we've done, get add, get commit. And within the commit message, I'm going to say improve profile view to dynamically display username. And then I'm going to go get push Heroku master. And we'll wait for this to load up to the server, and that'll push it to Desolate Savannah, which is where we have our deployed app within Heroku, and then we're just going to put that into our solution text. But before we do this, we want to make sure that Heroku accepts our code, and we have launched the new version of our site. So we'll hold on for that. Okay, so once we see that it has been deployed to Heroku and the verification is done, we can bring it back over to our free code camp and say we've completed the challenge. Nice. And so that one's weird because you can't really tell that you've done anything successful, but you are moving along through the coursework. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll see you in the next lesson.